Larry King Show, live from Washington, D.C. Here again, Larry King.
Back to the calls for Dr. Crenshaw, Los Angeles. Hello.
Hello. I'm wondering, have you testified or are you willing to testify before Congress? Have you ever testified in a court on similar cases as a doctor? Or how would your testimony impact a investigation or a trial?
Well, I've obviously testified in certain court trials. I've never testified before Congress, but that's one of the impacts I hope this book will have, that we will be able to have a new investigation by backing the Stokes Boren resolution.
In this case, you'd have been subpoenaed probably by the defense for the Oswald trial.
Yes.
Morgantown, West Virginia. Hello.
Dr. Crenshaw, of all the doctors who were there, why are you the only one to come forward with the truth?
I'm the only one that didn't testify at the Warren Commission. I wouldn't be recanting my story if I came forward.
Okay, I think that's simply explained. Houston, hello.
Yes, we have a doctor here in town that also says that he was present, and that's Dr. Red Duke.
Oh, yes, Red was a classmate of mine. He was certainly present. He was across the way. He was taking care of Governor Connolly.
That's correct, and my surgeon, Dr. Wayne Isom, worked under him.
Right.
Anything else, ma'am?
Yes, when you ask him, all he'll reply to us at the hospital is that we don't know the whole story, that there was more than we know.
Well, I think he has a firm grasp of the obvious.
To Midlothian, Texas. Hello.
Yes, I wanted to thank the doctor for his courage to speak up about his observations. And I have just one quick question. The Warren Commission cited as evidence the tear in the fabric of the president's tie, that the bullet had passed through his neck. But the neck wound, as we all know, was never dissected. Did you ever observe any nurse in the trauma room use a scalpel to free the president's tie?
Yes.
Y'all could perform the...
That's exactly what happened. A scalpel was used to take care of the tie. It was not from the bullet wound.
I can't hear you.
Thank you for your answer.
Thank you very much. Denver, hello.
Yeah, who do you think has served the most injustice by this complete cover-up?
I think the American people have.
What about the Kennedy family?
They certainly should be in the forefront of the American people.
And also, quickly, what do you think the government has to gain at this point in time by continuing the cover-up?
I don't think they have anything to gain, and I think they're losing the respect that our young people have for them.
St. Paul, Minnesota, with Dr. Charles Crenshaw. Hello.
Hi, thank you. A couple of questions on the throat wound. Is there a possibility that that could be something other than say, a bullet wound, some other type of projectile? And secondly, if it was a bullet wound, wouldn't there be some obvious exit wound?
Well, in question and answer, we could call it a penetrating missile or penetrating object, but it would still essentially, i.e., be a bullet. The other question was?
If it were
would there be an exit? No. It could have hit bone and stayed there in the pleural or the chest cavity. Hit the bone and went back into the cavity of the chest.
Port Huron, Michigan, for Dr. Charles Crenshaw. Hello.
I've got a couple brief questions, and I'd like to know what was done with the skull fragments that were broken off.
To my knowledge, of course, I did not see these. I'm told that the skull fragments that were found in Dealey Plaza were in some way got to Washington. They were taken to a physician or pathologist there in Dallas, and in some way, I'm just not clear on, they did get to the Warren Commission or to Bethesda, but we never saw them at Parkland.
Edmonton, hello.
First of all, Doctor, thank you very much for coming forward. I think the American people should ask themselves one question. If there was any other case, it would be reopened based on the new evidence, both circumstantial and otherwise. And my only question is, it's coming from Canada, why isn't it? It seems to me that if, I guess one question I would have is this. It seems to me that the powers that be in Washington did not open it or did not want to pursue it any further after 1978. Would it be better, since it occurred in Dallas, the investigation reopened in Dallas?
Well, the problem again being is there is no That's what we talked about earlier in the program. Dallas law was circumvented, gone around, because he should have had the autopsy and done in Dallas, so he could have been prosecuted in the state of Texas and the city of Dallas. I think probably the only way we could get to this is still have a national investigation.
Utica, New York. Hello.
Thanks, Larry. Your doctor, it's too bad you waited so long. You sound a bit like Anita Hill. You just look opportunistic. Most citizens do not believe the Warren report, and we've gotten on with our lives. Should a conspiracy be proven, do we pack up the country? And are you a Democrat?
Well, there's a series of questions. One, I'm mostly an independent. I have voted Republican, but I was a Democrat for a number of years. Pack up and leave? No, I hope that we could establish a change in our government and in the way we do things and get back the confidence of the people. I think they're kind of losing it.
Minneapolis, hello.
Yes, on the show 2020, one of the head doctors said that he would ruin the career of anyone who tried to make any money off of writing a book or anything like that. Is that one of the reasons why maybe you waited so long to write the book that you did?
Well, yes and no. I think giving him an honest feeling is that what he was thinking more of commercialism, or like a young physician going out into practice, putting his shingle up, and by saying he worked on Kennedy to give him a leg up, so to speak, over his competition. But it did, in fact, keep a lot of people quiet for a long time as far as making any statements.
We'll be back with our remaining moments with Dr. Charles Crenshaw. If you missed any part of this, it'll be repeated a little over an hour from now on most stations. The book is JFK, Conspiracy of Silence. You can order it at 1-800-831-8900. Charges any major credit card will be signed by the author, or, of course, you could buy it at any store where pocketbooks, paperback books are sold. Back after these messages.